Hello, everybody. Welcome. So today we're talking about positive feedback. How do we give something that's positive? Well, the old approach used to be what we call the sandwich approach. And with the sandwich approach, we would do positive, negative, and positive. I think I have a variation on that may work just a little bit, may not, but it's something to consider. And in education, what we hope is that we at least think of things that we can consider. So the first one that I say is to give whatever the issue is up front. And here's why. With the sandwich approach, you give something positive, but then people go, wait a minute. When's the shoe going to drop? Then the shoe drops and they're like, oh, here it is. So they tend to not listen to the front one anymore, and they listen to the negative. And then when you wrap it up with positive, I've often felt that people forget the negative. So in other words, it's great to have you work here. But the part that you really need to work on is blah, blah, blah. But again, you can overcome it. And then they forget that last part, which is, the part before the last one, which is that you really have this issue. So I think to give positive and effective feedback, it just has to be honest. So the first thing that I would say is, hey, I hope I have a couple minutes. I want to talk to you about this issue. And I follow three things when I give feedback. First is the issue. Then I give the consequence of the issue and an example. And you can do those in different orders, so we'll take them a bit in a different order. What's the issue? The issue is you're continually coming in late. Second issue, or the second part of it, which is the consequence. By you coming in late, we can't open up our doors on time. If we can't open up our doors on time, then we're losing money. And if we lose money, we can't pay you more money. So it always comes back to the employee. And the third is you got to give examples. Because what I found in my years in human resources is people will say, that's not true. That doesn't happen to me. Why are you picking on me? Other people do it. And so you got to say, for the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks ago on a Monday, last Thursday, this Wednesday, you all came in late. In fact, you came in late 13 minutes 3 weeks ago, 12 minutes last week. And so you got to give specifics. What I have found is people say, oh, I don't think that that's necessarily true. And here's where you can say, that's where you give the examples. And so we talk with the issue first. We go through the 3 steps, which is the issue, the consequence, and the example. And then you end it this way. Instead of ending it positive, though it's still somewhat pseudo-positive, the way I often end it is, and here's how I can help you. And here's how we're going to follow up. So I showcase how I'm going to help them with the issue. In order to help you get on time, I'm going to adjust your schedule because it appears that, this time doesn't work for you and I can bring somebody else in and make you come in a little bit later. It means you have to work later in the day, but I think that would work out. So let's try it for 2 weeks. This is the follow-up. Let's try it for 2 weeks and see if it works. And so that's the approaches that I have taken in relation to giving positive feedback. Or negative feedback, whatever feedback it would be. But here's what I would just suggest too, is make sure that you have a process that you follow that's consistent for everybody. And if you can do that, I think you're going to be more successful too. So, again, we started with what the issue is. Be clear about what the issue is so people know right up front. Then talk about the consequence of the issue, then give examples. And then end it with, this is how I'm going to help you, and this is how we're going to follow up. I think if you follow those approaches, you're going to do pretty good in giving feedback. And it's certainly going to be feedback that's not going to be unexpected in the way that you deliver it, and it's going to be positive because you're going to be helping somebody at the end. With that, enjoy. Look forward to our next interaction, everybody. Have a great day.